Good morning.
Good morning.
For those that I have not met, which is not really everybody, first of all, let me introduce Maya. Maya's a new employee with us. She's going to be working in the southern Alabama territory. So I brought her over here to give her a little view of how different some agencies are. You guys know you have a different ball of wax here at Century at Connect, right? And it's a very cool atmosphere that you guys are in. So my name is Ted Fithy, and I'm the area manager for America's Preferred Home Warranty. And bear with me because I just hit a button that I shouldn't have hit. There we go. Okay. We're going to spend about 10 minutes talking a little bit about the state of the market right now in terms of home warranties. I know you guys have been in the business for a while. I'm not going to go and break down what the home warranty does. I think you're pretty familiar with that, right? It basically covers the systems inside the house. Typically, it's purchased by the seller for the buyer at close to provide some peace of mind, as well as some legal protection for the agent and for the seller of the house. The reason I'm bringing these slides up today is that over the last 18 to 24 months, we've had a very interesting change in market position, not only from the home warranty world, but of course the real estate agent world, the lending world, right? And so much has changed. And so we put together just a little presentation to kind of keep things in perspective for everybody in terms of what the changes that we've gone through over the last 12 to 18 months has actually meant, again, not only for the warranty world, but for you guys as well. So if you guys have not seen it, every year, every couple of years, the National Association of Realtors puts out what they call their Generational Trends Survey. It's about 60 pages of phenomenally good information. Everything from why I bought, why I sold, why I chose my realtor, how I chose my realtor. So if you haven't seen that, I would recommend that you go ahead and take a look, and you can just Google National Association of Realtors Generational Trends Survey, okay? So some of the numbers over the years have changed. We used to say that every time someone would buy a house that was previously occupied, you'd have a 6 out of 10 chance that something would fail. That number in the last 2 years has gone up to nearly 8 out of 10. And the simple reason for that is when they're negotiating the contract for the purchase, they're not asking the seller for repairs. Sometimes they're not even asking for an inspection. I actually heard somebody yesterday say they bought a house without an inspection. And of course, great idea to buy a warranty if you're going to do that, right? For $700 to $800. So 8 out of 10. 70% of our claims happen in the first 90 days. So you just spent 6 months helping somebody get into a house, and they're your best friend at closing, and 3 weeks later when the air conditioner goes down, they're not happy with you, right? So 60% of Americans are living, this is a bank rate stat, paycheck to paycheck. That's nothing that's really changed. And what's really changed is the fact that if you bought a house last year, you guys remember what the interest rate was for a 30-year fix last year? About this time? It was just starting to go up a little bit. It was about 4 or 5, right? 4 or 5. Now what is it?
7.1.
Right? So on a $300,000 loan, you got a 3% change in interest rates, and that equates to about, and don't hold my feet to the fire with the math here, but it's about $400 to $600 a month, right? So I'm making a much higher payment. I have less dollars to do repairs. This one really jumped out at me until I thought a little bit about it. The median age of houses that were sold in 2022, 2023, 37 years old, right? And I started thinking about it. I bought our house and built our house back in 1990. I'm dating myself a little bit, right? But I've been in that house for 33 years, right? And that tells you two things: how old I am, and the fact that I've been in the same house for 37 years. 25%, actually 27% of buyers compromised on the condition of the sale of the house, right? So I bring that up just as a, guys, if you're not using a home warranty as part of your, either whether you're representing the seller or the buyer, you're leaving yourself open to a lot of problems, right? So as part of the survey, we also went to, we have a partnership with, and don't laugh, it's actually a really nice, good-sized real estate agency called Hippo. And Hippo does their own, hey, I'm an insurance company. I'm going to go to my customers who bought a house in the last 18 to 24 months. I'm going to ask them how their experiences have been. So 25% of people that are buying a home are sitting back because they think it's too much of a hassle and it's going to be too expensive for them, right? This one right here, 68% paid over asking price, 36% paid on a down payment, over 20%. So what's that say when they're moving in the house? They don't have very much money left over for repairs, right? And then this one I love, because this is I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and this is not surprising to me, but to see it on a screen is very helpful, right? 16% of homeowners had a repair in their first week. 28% in the first month, 62% in the first 6 months. Okay? Let's talk about the cost of those things. And again, this is one of the things that from a home warranty guy, I've known, really nice to see. The majority of our claims are around $1,500, a vast majority of them. So 34% actually was less than 1,000 or 1,000, 30%. The bottom line is you had about 75% of the people that purchased a home actually had a repair in the first 12 months, right? And again, some of them, fortunately not many, only 3% were greater than 10K. But again, think about that 3% and how many of them are talking about what are they going to do to their agent. I just bought this house and I have a $10,000 plus repair that I need to do, right? Highly doubt those agents are going to get referred, right? Referrals from their homeowners. So the bottom line with the slides, guys, and believe it or not, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, is as you guys go out there on the world and you're dealing with buyers and sellers, think about some of these statistics, right? And what the value of a home warranty for $500 or $600 in the transaction will do. And I'll leave you guys with this. One of the things we're toying around with, and because you're here and you took the time to come and see me, I'm going to mention it to you. We have a lot of transactions. About 80% of the closings do not even include a home warranty, whether it's mine or anybody else's, right? And as we've gone out into the world and talked to our real estate community, it's like, Ted, this is dog eat dog out here right now, right? We've got to be very careful with every dollar. Completely understand that. But one of the things we've done, and we've always done since I've come on board, is if you have a home seller or a home buyer, primarily a buyer, that closes on a house, that after a week or two when they move in, they think maybe a home warranty would be a good idea, we'll allow them to purchase a home warranty and make it effective on their closing date. As long as it's in a window, and it's kind of a gray area window right now, whether it's 15 days or 30 days. Personally, I say 15 because we don't know what happens. I'll say 15 and someone will take 30 anyway, right? So if you have people that have recently purchased a home that think might be interested in a warranty, feel free to reach out to them. I can price it up for you. You guys actually still get the credit for it if they end up buying. Okay, and that credit again is that $50 credit back to your desk fees. So cool. That's all I got. You guys got any questions on warranties, anything in general? I love it. I'm 2 out of 2. Where's your question, Chris? Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday.
In the where it says only 5% of homeowners, do you know like what time frame that's within?
This is going to be within the first year of their purchase.
Okay.
Yep, within the first year of their purchase. Good question. Yes, ma'am.
Ted, I used to, years ago when I was a real estate agent, I used to buy them.
I hate to tell you, I think you still are a real estate agent.
I know, I just took an almost 20-year sabbatical.
I got you.
And now everything's changed. Now it's hard. But I used to buy that for all of my buyers if the sellers didn't offer to do that. Back then, it was taken out of the closing money.
Still can do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I would not have to purchase that up front.
No.
Yeah.
Right. The process would we simply generate the invoice and you get it to your closing attorney and he takes that out of your commission if you wanted to do that.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
That's also a very good
So,
referral.
well, it's a
Too, but it's, I only had one person of all my clients back then need it, and it was one of my best friends. Their deck literally started to fall apart a week later.
Yep.
And the refrigerator went out the day after they moved in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
I see it all the time.
it's like of all times for me to have given them that was a very, very close friend.
In my normal trainings, when I have 15 or 20 or 30 folks in a training, I tell them up front, I say, guys, I know this might sound funny. Chris, you've heard me say this. As a homeowner, I've never been a real big fan of home warranties, right? But that's just me. I fix a lot of my own stuff, and my biggest hang up was if my water heater needed replaced or my air conditioner, I wanted my own contractor in the house, which is why I belong to America's Preferred, because that's one of the things we do. But I've learned over the last 10 years of doing this, if you don't put a warranty as part of your transaction, you're doing everybody a disservice, because I've seen it time and time again. We closed on Friday, we moved in over the weekend, had all the doors and windows open, had the washing machine rolling, the dishwasher going. I got a problem Monday morning, right? Well, it's a good thing your agent got your warranty, because we can handle that for you, right? So anyway, that's it. Y'all, I appreciate it. Look at that. That was 11 minutes. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty good.